Hi, this is ICT8. We're continuing on with our Wacky Faces assignment. Now, we need to blend the two faces together. And we do this with the layer mask. Please do not edit the image directly because it will be destructive. We want to use mask because they're non-destructive. So we need to click on Layer and Raster Mask, Show All. Okay, and we need to use the paintbrush. There are many brushes here. Make sure you're just on Brush Tool. And we want to have a fairly large brush to start off with. And we want to paint out the background. And we want the hardness to be at 100% because we don't want any ghosting. Okay, it defaults to black, which is what we need. And we only want to use the toggle here. Don't choose the color directly. Just toggle back and forth. That way you are doing the proper blending. Okay, so I'm getting an error message to rasterize, and that's not what I want to do. Please do not say yes to rasterizing. We want to click on the mask. So this dotted line shows our active layer. So we can be anywhere. We want to be on the mask. Okay, so we've painted it out in a rough one. Okay. And you can see what you're doing by turning this layer off. So you can see that there's no ghosting anywhere else. Okay, so I'll just flip colors and I'll just make an error there. So if you turn this layer off, you can see that there's some ghosting going on there, so the mask is not done correctly. Now, if you've done mistakes, you can step backwards. Undo will only do one step. It'll just keep toggling back and forth. And I want black again. Now we want to switch to a softer brush, hardness 0, and I want to make the size just a little bit smaller, a little bit bigger than that. Okay, that's not too bad. So if you use a small brush that is soft, it will still produce a sharp line. So I want to use a fairly large brush. So if I make this brush smaller, and I start painting stuff back, you can see that the line is sharp, so there's no blending involved. So I'll step backwards and go back. Okay, I can see what it looks like there. Maybe I've taken away a little bit too much. You can check with the opacity, change it to 100%. Okay, that's not too bad. And to get more marks, we only want to use parts of one person's face and parts of the other person's face. Do not do just the whole face, which is what I just did. Okay, so I'm going to paint some stuff out here. It's a slightly larger brush. Okay, so I don't want Barack's eyebrow, so I'm going to paint that out. Okay, I can turn it up to 100% to see what that looks like. Your goal is to have it at 100%. And I'm just going to paint a little bit of a forehead back in. Just make it look like I'm doing a little bit more work here. Okay, and then a little bit of back and forth. Okay, and paint a little bit less of the chin out. And just soften it there. Just soften it there. Okay, and you can turn that off just to see what it looks like. Okay, I don't want his nose, so I'm going to paint that out. Okay, again, I'm going to check there. And just slowly go back and forth until you have what you want. Okay, that's not too bad. And I think we'll leave it at that. It's not perfect, but you'll have more time to work on it. I'm just showing you how to use the features. And that completes this lesson.